Good morning, everyone, and welcome to episode 63 of the Mugs Up Show, where today's topic will be called Customer Service Encounters. Now, I was going to call this Sales Encounters, but at least one of these points I'm going to make today could apply to just customer service in general. So we're going to call it Customer Service Encounters. With that, let's go ahead and dive right in. After I drink a cup of coffee. And I might need to address the mug I'm using today. I don't know if I've ever used this one on the show today before. But this is a mug that says Best Dad. And I've had this for a couple years. And Crosby the Dino Man got me this mug a couple years ago for, I think, Father's Day. And it's one of my favorite mugs. I like the shape of it. It's got a kind of a cool shape. And it's fucking huge and it'll hold a shitload of coffee. So, this probably holds 2 whole cups of coffee, which I love because I love coffee. So, anyway, moving along. Now, this topic came to me yesterday, actually, and I'm finding, my allergies are absolutely kicking my ass this morning. I've got a fucking runny ass nose. I'm all stopped up. So if I'm wiping my nose or picking my nose or, you see snot dribbling down on my mustache during the show, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about that right now. But I'm finding that when I'm out there in society, if I'm just really have a better sense of awareness of what's going on around me, I'm able to come up with topics very easily. And that's how this happened. That's how this topic was brought about. It happened yesterday. I needed 4 new tires on my truck because I had waited way too fucking long to get them. Hell, the front 2 were damn near bald. And I was starting to feel like it was dangerous to even be driving down the fucking road on these tires. So, the gym that I have my office in that same shopping center, right across the parking lot, is a Pep Boys. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to take my truck over there and I'm going to see if these guys can put on 4 new tires for me. And it's walking distance. I can drive it over there and then I can walk back and get it when I'm done. Super simple. So that's what I did. I drove over there and I went in. And there was one guy at the front desk. And I looked back into like the shop area where they have like 7 or 8 bays that 7 or 8 different cars can be in. And there were several in there. There are no tire guys or mechanics back there. And he's on the phone and he's got a girl already at the counter that he's helping. And I can tell the dude is like in a pinch. And he says, "I'll be right with you, sir." Okay, good, cool. Appreciate it. And he finishes up the phone call. He finishes up with the girl that was in front of me, and I step up to the counter. And he says, "How can I help you today, sir?" And I tell him, I need 4 new tires. Mine are really bad. You don't even need to go check them because I know for a fact I need 4 new tires. And he said, "Okay, great. I just need to go get the size." Okay, cool. So very nice guy, this guy. I was already appreciating how kind he was. And so he walks out, he checks the size of my tires, and we come back in. And at that point, he says, "I can definitely get you 4 new tires on today. It's going to be a while, though. I'm the only guy working here today. I had a couple guys call in." And at that point, I'm straight up fucking amazed because this guy is running a tire shop with 7 bays in it. And he's doing all the tire work, answering all the phone calls, and servicing all of the walk-in customers that are coming in all at one time. So I'm already impressed with this guy's level of service. And he ends up having to walk back out to my truck one more time to look at something on one of the tires that has to do with the size of the type or whatever. So I walk out there with him. At that point, he starts trying to sell me, as many people would refer to it. And by selling me, what I mean by that is he simply starts going over my options of what I can get. He starts telling me about some promos and stuff. And at that point in time, I realized, like, normally I would be kind of upset in this situation when somebody starts going over all my options. They start telling me about all the promos and this and that and everything. Normally I would be kind of upset, but right now I'm not upset because I also know that this guy is in a situation where he's trying to run this whole fucking shop with just him, and I'm actually impressed. So I'm going to be a patient human, and I'm going to let him do his thing. And long story short, I bought 4 new tires. The service at this place was great. This guy's ability to run the whole fucking joint and manage chaos was unbelievable. And so I really enjoyed that experience and I appreciated it. So I thought I would talk about that on today's show today. And, one reason I wanted to talk about it is because when I reflect on my experience with how I react to customer service situations, especially situations where people are trying to sell you something when you've walked into a store. I react very kind of negatively and impatiently, and I've reflected on those experiences, or at least some of them, and to act that way is just bullshit. And so I'm going to talk about that today because we all need to stop being impatient and stop being dickheads when people are trying to do their job in any establishment we walk into. So I have 3 points that I want to cover today when it comes to the customer service experience. And this is all points on how you should act. I could certainly do another episode on how the people doing the customer service or supplying this customer service should act. But this is all on how we should react to these situations. So point number 1, you made the decision to walk into the establishment, so you should own that and have patience with whatever the fuck is going on in that establishment at that point in time, and have patience with the process, the customer service process that establishment has. It's on you. Point number 2, the person that is supplying the customer service and selling the goods is just trying to do their job and trying to do a good job. And so there is never any reason for you to get upset at them. What they're doing is only what they've been taught. And if they're doing a shitty job of it, then the person that taught them is shitty at teaching and not good at making sure that that person is ready to go before throwing them to the fucking wolves of customer service. Or if they seem like they're being kind of pushy, they either have a manager who is also pushy and taught them a pushy way of doing things, or they have unreasonable fucking expectations of performance and production from their managers and leaders. So ultimately, it is not their fucking fault. So you should not treat them unfairly, unjustly, or unkindly. And if you have a problem with the process or situation, you should just find out how to write their manager an email and tell them how you feel about it. Point number 3. People, you never know what's going on behind the scenes. It could be like my encounter yesterday when there was one guy that was running the whole damn business and having to do 3 to 5 things, complicated things that is, all at the same time. You never know what's going on. You never know what situation these team members are in. So have some patience and some empathy and treat them kindly, because we don't know what's happening behind the scenes. So, Those are my 3 points with how we should encounter customer service experiences in the future. And I know if we do this, that our experiences will actually be much more pleasant for us and for those team members of those businesses who are just trying to do a good fucking job. So with that, mugs up. Also, this mug is a great slurping mug. We'll see you tomorrow for episode 64 of the Mugs Up Show. We love you.